Good morning. I hope you guys are doing so well. I just got back from my walk with Lucy. We got snow yesterday and it kind of is a pain. I forget how much I dislike winter. I like when the snow falls, but dealing with it and walking her is not my favorite. Gotten nice and bright and sunny, so hopefully the snow melts. But as you guys just saw, I left the mystery box stuff on the table knowing I would pretty much sell through everything, so we're gonna pack those up. But I also forgot that my fragrance supplier sent me some new samples. I posted an article that I found a while ago, maybe like November, and it was about how the vanilla scent is very popular among Gen Z. Not just Gen Z, but just that it's having a resurgence thanks to Gen Z. And it's funny because I think if you're a millennial like me, vanilla in your head is very like Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret, which we're owned by the same company. And so you have this like very fake vanilla scent in your head. I think that's how I feel. I personally love vanilla when it's done very warm and nice and like mixed with like an amber or something. I had a vanilla scent on my line, Vanilla Sugar, and it was just okay. I had certain retailers that sold it really, really well, which makes me think once people smelled it, they loved it. But because I sell mostly online, I think people were a little nervous about vanilla. So I asked my fragrance rep to work on it for me, and they sent me 3 vanilla type scents. Some are mixed with other things, some are a little bit more like my Vanilla Sugar. And so I need to test those in cold processed soap. Oof. And then they also did a duplication of one of my scents. I don't work with a fragrance house and you buy a lot. I recently was buying all of my stuff from like Wholesale Supplies Plus, Brambleberry, Bulk Apothecary. I mean, there's hundreds, I feel like, of fragrance suppliers, and it's very hard. The best way to figure out your fragrance is to buy a bunch of samples, smell them, and see what you like. But that's pretty much what I was doing before. But now that I have my core line, I am able to move all of my fragrance over to an actual fragrance supplier. But it is definitely something that you have to be in the bigger space to do. I have to buy a minimum of 25 pounds. So just to give you perspective, that's basically how fragrance works. 25 pounds is the minimum. And then these fragrance houses sell to a Brambleberry or something like that, or they develop for them. And they sell them the very big amounts of oil that stores like Brambleberry, Wholesale Supplies Plus can then break down into 2-ounce bottles, 16-ounce bottles, whatever we need as home crafters. But now that I'm scaling up my business, I'm at the point where I'm buying all those big 25-pound fragrance oils, and I'll show you what they look like. So you've seen me use these before. You have to be pretty committed to your fragrances. But I had one that I sold really, really well, and they duplicated it for me, which is an amazing thing. I don't know how they do that, but it is my Seaside scent for summer. And so I have to test that in cold processed soap. The oil that I got was really bad in cold processed soap, and I have a video here, I'll try to find it, of how it seized up immediately. Like, it riced instantly, and it was probably my biggest soap fail. So I'm assuming that their fragrance will do the same, but you never know. Things are always different. So the beauty of this is I'm testing all these fragrance oils in cold processed soap today, and then I will be able to give them notes and tell them what happened, so they could maybe change the formula to be a little bit more cold processed soap friendly or whatever. So I'm gonna do my orders because I need the table now to do cold processed soap. Hopefully that will be simple because it's kind of just doing the same thing over and over. And yeah, but I hope you guys are excited to be back in the studio for a full day. It is nice to be back. I still am having a hard time getting back into the groove of things. I wanted to stay home with Lucy today, but work has to be done. I have packed almost everything up, that nice big pile, but I have 3 more mystery boxes left. So what I'm gonna do is just pack them up and get them ready, because if they come through later today, I can just slap a label on it or whenever, and then I can clean off my table. power of social media, you guys. I boxed these up and put a picture of the 3 online, and I added a few more items to it to get people to just buy them. I've already sold 2 in like 5 minutes, and there's 3 people online fighting for the last one, so we'll see if it sells. But just wanted to share the power of social media. I didn't send an email. I literally just posted. I have 3 more mystery boxes, and now everybody can put the link up. So I put the link to the product page, and I basically just said again, the value of the boxes are, these ones were actually a little over 100, and I'm selling them for 30. Not profitable, but I'm literally here today, and I just want to get these done and out and over with. So 3 lucky people are gonna get basically product for almost free. So yeah, I just figured I'd share that with you. I'm gonna label these up, and then I have a few fair orders to package up. They're just lip balms, it'll be super fast. And then I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to do the soap. It took me a little bit longer. I have to let Lucy out. She's been home for a little while, so I'm gonna see. I really need to get the soap done. I'm like thinking, can I bring it home? They're just test batches, so it's not like I need to be like super worried about sanitation. I don't know, let me think about it while I do this. It's been like an hour since I checked in with you guys last, and I got rid of all the mystery boxes. Let me show you the stack. It is up to the window. Just crazy. And then because I posted on social about that, I had a bunch of wholesale people reach out. So I've just been like corresponding with people, and all my stores are basically sold out, which I'm very grateful for, but it just puts the stress on me to restock the shelves. So this is exactly why having products manufactured is gonna help me, because I literally it will take me 2 weeks to fill these shelves, and even with that, I feel like the product will go quickly because a lot of it's wholesale. So anyway, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check the last video I posted. So anyway, it's like 2 o'clock now. I've been here for 4 hours, and I thought I would get a lot more done than I did. So I feel like that's the story of my life lately, but I'm gonna go grab the car so I can just pull in right over here and bring all my packages to the post office. And then crazy New England weather. It's like 50 degrees outside, so the snow is melting. So it's actually gonna be a lovely afternoon walk, which I'm looking forward to. In the last video I posted yesterday, I showed you guys some new replica surfaces that I got, and there was a question about which 2 should you pick. So I had mentioned in that video, I know they're really expensive, and you know, just get yourself 2. So I figured I would show you guys some pairings that I think are really good. You have to bear with me though, because this is a video and the sun's going down, it's 4 o'clock, and it's already like dusk out. So my lighting's gonna be a bit funky. I'm gonna try and power through it though and show you some combinations of boards that I think would be good. But my biggest tips for replica surfaces, if you are starting from scratch and you are looking to spend the least amount of money, is just buy 2 of them. They'll send you the little brackets, and think of how much use you can get out of them. So if you're only gonna get 2, think of where you're gonna use the photos. I would think of using them on my website for product photography. I would use them in a catalog if you're doing any wholesale, and then of course social media. So what that would probably mean is you want something, at least an option for a white crisp background. I'm realizing that I lent some of my surfaces to a friend to do their photos, but I think I can still get the point across. So number 1, I think everyone needs a white. There are 2 options that you could choose. One is the gloss white here, and it is shiny. So just keep that in mind if you are not that skilled in photography, or you already have reflective products. Like my jars are very reflective. If you do any metals, any jewelry, this might give you a little bit of trouble. So I would go with the just classic all white. So we've already got 1 spot here. The options are truly endless with replica. So you really have to think, again, how am I gonna use it? So I do love the wood that they have. This is the butcher block. So imagine, you know, this is your backdrop here. You could do it this way for your catalog photos, and then flip it around and have something more fun like this for social media or your product. And again, props will be your best friend here. If you'd rather do something a little more light and airy, I think either go with one of the marbles. This, I think this is like one of their toasted marble. I'll have to check the actual name of it. I'll leave it down below for you. But this is a great one, especially for flat lays, especially for food too, because if you do any flat lays with food or food photography, it's kind of like a kitchen counter. Doing soap, which I do soap, but if you're a soap maker, I go with the subway tile. This is, a lot of my photos are in the subway tile, and it looks kind of harsh right here up close, but when you change the aperture on your camera setting, so it's what the f-stop would be, you can even do it on your phone. If you have an iPhone and you shoot in portrait mode, you can change the f-stop and make the background really blurry. These lines start to fade and it does look really beautiful and creamy in the background. And we do get into colors. Colors are so fun, but they do limit you. I love the lighter colors. They have a lot of colors of blue that come out. I'm not exactly sure which one this is called, but they've always got something on rotation in the blue category, and then the pink with like a rose marble or rose quartz, something like that. So you could incorporate your color and then have your scenes be, you know, that is your background for all of your social media and this. So you guys get the point. I do know when you're just starting out to spend $70, $80 on one surface, and obviously you need two, right? You can do one, but the whole benefit of using replica is to have a whole scene. The reason why I love it is because it's honestly changed the conversion on my website. When you have great photos on your website and customers are shopping, it looks way more professional, it looks beautiful, and I really truly think it's the difference between people who sort of stay in that handmade space versus people who start to catch the eye of wholesalers. That is huge. If your photos don't look good, I can guarantee you, you're gonna have a very hard time in wholesale specifically, because people don't wanna buy off of people would like to buy in person, right? That's their first choice. But if they can't, then a photo is the next choice. And if the photo's not great and not gonna sell your product to a wholesaler and they can't see it on their shelf and they don't feel comfortable about doing business with you because they don't have the item right in their hands and they haven't tried it themselves maybe, having great photos truly is the answer. So you don't need a million of them. You don't need a million surfaces. I'm very fortunate to have a lovely collection that has really helped me, but I have been buying these on my own for the past 3 or 4 years. I have some TikToks on my account from, I think, 2020 of showing in this guest room before, you know, when I was shipping stuff from this room. I was shipping all my product from this room right here, and I was doing my replica photo shoots right in front of this window. I have a bunch of TikToks like that. So I've been there in your shoes. If you are looking to upscale your business, I think investing in something like a replica surface is gonna pay for itself down the road. It is a girls' night in. My husband is working and the sun is literally going down and it's gray again. I think it's supposed to rain. So we are just gonna have a chill night in, maybe watch some Emily in Paris. I know it's like a cheesy show, but I just love it. I studied abroad in Paris when I was in college, so it is kind of fun to watch it, and wish that I lived like that when I was in college, but I wasn't. All I ate was crepes, which weren't bad, but certainly didn't live the life of Emily. So it's fun to live through that TV show, so we may watch that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed spending the day with me. Next week is a full-blown production week. I feel like I keep saying that, but my schedule just keeps getting pushed out, and I'm getting frustrated now because I showed you there's nothing to sell, and if I can't sell anything, I can't pay my bills. So I think that next week is going to be chock full of making product and restocking, and I'm gonna need the world's biggest amount of coffee to get through the week, but we're gonna do it together, and I will vlog as much as possible and take you guys along for the ride. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.